the slogan, when UNC win, everybody win. You know, I didn't win. No, I didn't win. I had a contract at the State Enterprise, TTT. And they bust my throat. When UNC win, everybody win. Really? Really?
Full of so much culture, resources, and a people that loves to party. See, most of us think about self and won't admit that she needs help. So it's time to admit she's sick or she'll never come back to health. So spend your money, my friend, and have fun. But don't forget your land is in recession. We keep talking about fixing crime, but without drastic measures, we're wasting we time. Time to stop being so ignorant. Move your problems from the back to the... Good evening, Queensborough. As we drift away from another general election, creating more stale news for we history books to mention. After so many lives, when you went, see when everybody. When you went, see when everybody.
Appreciating our workers by saving us, because a lot of us would have done shopping block if things turned out differently on April 28th. And I must say I thank you and your government and the Honorable Prime Minister for having that compassion as well and understanding that in going forward you need the people, right? And so essentially thank you very much. Yes.
Many governments go and many governments stay. One thing doesn't change, is our people remain the same. We stand up in glee and say we love this democracy. But after so many years, religion and race predicts your party. So let's not vote on who really cares. I say vote on who has your type of year. Cock up your foot and drink something and watch the war between Rasta and Muslim. They say them Chinese eating anything that pass, but still my red house full of so much jack grass. So God, this land is a special place. We know how to deal with religion and a race. Living in love and love and love, but we don't love without peace. The Lord, the silence sweet, like something to eat. We call it paradise. So God, this place.
I don't know. You all watch the video. You all are asking me questions. You all are asking questions from the video that I just showed, right? Pastor Google, don't show that woman again. She the No, you had to show the video. You had to show the video because some of us don't understand that there are persons out there who that is what they believe. That is what they voted for. But there are conflicting reports. There are people who saying that, hey, I worried about my job in Wassa. I don't know about you. I don't know about anybody else, but they're worried. There are some people who are concerned about their jobs. Right? The woman said that if things had gone a different way, they would have lost their jobs. What could see? What could see? That's what the woman believed. But it's interesting how the woman kissed Barry Padarat, sang to Barry Padarat. When UNC win, let me tell you something, eh? I'm sorry to say that, but I feel like I'll come back to haunt them, you know. You see that phrase? That phrase will come back to beat them. Because not everybody going to win. Because as I was telling you earlier on, there are people who believe that they are there for 10 years and they're putting things in place to be there for 10 years. I want to disappoint some of you. Right? I want to disappoint some people with that phrase and that saying. Let me tell you why I want to disappoint some of you. Right? Let me tell you why I will disappoint some of you with that. You see, CPEP contractors got a renewal of their contract for 4 years. If you have to get rid of the CPEP contractors, you have to pay them off. Country don't have the money to pay off CPEP contractors. Well, that's why I believe, that's why I think. Right? That's why I believe. And that's what I would have gathered from Mr. Manning's interview on Monday. That they don't have money to do those things. So, CPEP contractors, 4 years. Forestry contractors, 4 years. There is low-hanging fruits. Those are the little persons who would have run around for them. You know what I mean? People would have campaigned for them. Yeah, that is the CPEP contract that they would believe that they would get. Right? So they believe that they would get those CPEP contract and those forestry contract. And they would have believed that they would have controlled URP. So URP is one of their pet peeves that they believe that they can run in and get rid of all the URP workers and fully positions with their people and be able to deal with people, put their people in position. But PNM would have fixed their house, put things in place so that they cannot move people just like that. Well, you know, I want to say something that I should not say. I really shouldn't say. But yeah, but in my case, in my situation, you know, CEO take it upon himself to run out and get rid of me because however he feel that he would have gotten favor with the government. Let's see. Let's see how that go. Because Bridget, there are some questions to answer. Putting that aside, so the low-hanging fruits, they don't have the luxury of those low-hanging fruits to give to people. No, they don't. Okay? This evening at, let's say, 8 o'clock, I'll be having the Honorable Gary Griffith. Well, the Honorable. We'll be having Gary Griffith with us on Constructive Talk. And Gary is going to be dealing with Homeland Security. What does that new ministry offer? What does it really give? What is his thoughts about it? And also, he'll be dealing with stand your ground laws. what is stand your ground laws? If you want to know what is this stand your ground laws, what it is all about, and stuff like that, join me this evening at 8 o'clock with Gary Griffith, former leader of NTA, former Minister of National Security, former Commissioner of Police. Mr. Gary Griffith will be with me on this evening. All right? So my thing is, as I said earlier on, I don't know where they're going to get this thing from. Because at the end of the day, for me, my observation is that it's not going to run the way people think it's going to be. It's not going to be a free-for-all. People are not going to be able to do what they want, how they want, when they feel they want, because at the end of the, as I said just now, we will see it just now, you know. Because some of you don't know what I just told you is a reality and a fact. So if they have to give their people CPEP contract, they have to pay off CPEP contractors. Do they have the money to pay off CPEP contractors? No. Are they going to borrow the money to pay off CPEP contractors? Is left to see. $1.8 million. 1.8 million. Are you going to do that? Let's see.
Violence don't cease, and prison bars always have grease. A place where corruption so high you can't blame it on coke, no weed.
So I would open up the phone lines 464-7003. 464-7003. You can call in and tell me your thoughts. Tell me what are your feelings. Tell me what you feel about the video I just showed you. The lady sang the song, kissed Barry Padarat on his face, and said to Barry, when you went to win, everybody win. What are your thoughts? You all know how Barry Padarat talks about people who look like me and you. Yeah. You all know how this. You all know what these people give, but no, nah, I don't think so. We don't know. We don't know. We don't know. Our country is on a yellow alert, right? So if you're going anywhere today, walk with your umbrella, take your time on the nation's roads. All right. Murders continue, but it's a month. Give them 6 months or a year. All right. But that doesn't mean that we can't talk. And I want to say, I'm listening to the radio and I'm hearing where people are making fun of persons. Making fun, you know. Yeah, what I mean by making fun? You're all hurting. Hush all your mouth. Relax all yourself. You know? Relax all yourself. All you're hurting. Get over it. All your loss. I saw something I wanted to highlight also until you all call in. I wanted to just share this with you guys. Something that I observed, I realized, and I wanted to touch on. Take a listen to listen to this. Let me see if I find it. All right. What's the name of the thing again? All right, let me see if I find it here. All right, I found it. So I want to go with this one first. I want you to hear this, right? I want you all to hear this. But I don't know now. I want to hear this. I want you all to hear this, please. And You know, as I said before, I'm taking your calls too, 464 464. Anybody want to type it in the chat, you can do so. 464 7003. 464 7003. 464 7003. All right? You can touch base with me. You can touch base with me.
History books to mention. After so many lives, bacchanal and commerce in this paradise. I realize.
So I wanna highlight some things to you guys.
So let's forget we Reefs.
I want to highlight some things to you guys. And I want you to listen carefully to these things. I just want to highlight to you guys some things.
Like EFDA, but the real issue is what Mulilal say. Oh God, I'm proud of my TNT. We focus on real issues in this country. God, this land we love, but we just love without peace. Lord, the silence sweet.
So listen to this, right? Media houses. What is the status of the 27 to $2.7 million EMBD corruption? So what is the status on the EMBD corruption case involving Dr. Moonilal? What's happening with that? You're not hearing anything. What's happening with Dr. Moonilal case with the EMBD? Media. So those of you who call talk shows and call radio stations, could you ask about that? Huh?
So let's not vote on who really cares. I say vote on who has your type of year. Cock up your foot and drink.
That's my question. That's one of the questions I want to ask. I'm hearing that Ms. Bisasa had a meeting with Fali.
We know how to deal with religion and a race. Living in love, but we don't love without peace. The Lord is silent.
Huh?
Like something to eat.
I'm also hearing that Ms. Bisasa messed with Fali and they were in a secret. They had a secret location. You know what? Apparently Trinidadians love it that way. Apparently Trinidadians love it that way, and we are fast and out of place to ask any questions. Fast and out of place. So I want to I think maybe we should really stay quiet. Hush. Maybe people like me and Juliet and whoever else says stay quiet. Don't you think so? After I do that interview with Gary Griffith on Thursday and tomorrow or today, I think we should go in our hole and stay quiet, because if people could rush up to Barry Padarat and sing to Barry Padarat when UNC win, everybody win, and kiss him, then I think I need to shut up. Huh? Maybe I should shut up. Maybe I should come off this live now and go into my private life and relax myself. Because at the end of the day, people said, do you hear what the lady said? The lady said, one of the ladies said to Barry Padarat that they are happy, they are glad, they don't know what would happen after the 28th if they had won, if things had gone awry. don't know. So I'm thinking maybe I should take a rest. What do you all think? Nobody ain't calling in. So maybe I should, maybe that's a signal for me to take a break and relax myself. What do you think? After the interview with Gary Griffith this evening at 8 o'clock, you all think I should take a rest and allow the government to breathe, take my knee off the neck, as somebody's saying? But look what's happening. Look at what's happening. So I'm taking my cue from you guys. Taking my cue from you guys. So you tell me on the live, 26 of you who are on, if you think that I should take a break after the interview with Gary Griffith, take a break, relax myself, and don't come and do any live. So allow the government to give them some breathing space. You can call me. The number is on the live. You can call. The number is 464 7003. 464 7003. You can give me a call. Give me a call. I'm waiting for you. I'm playing this song in the meanwhile while I wait for your call.
As we drift away from another general election, creating more stale news for we history books to mention. After so many lies, bacchanal and commerce in this paradise, I realize it's this kind of thing that my people like. So let's forget we Boko Reefs, cause my people like to talk about it. While Port of Spain is a flooding show, I say glorify Jack in a extempo. We clearing drugs like EFDA, but the real issue is what Mulilal say.
Hello, good evening. Good afternoon, sorry.
Hello, good afternoon, Pastor Google.
Hi, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Pastor Google. No, you shouldn't quit after this. I know it kind of despondent. I see it in Dominic too. It kind of despondent, and you don't want to believe this is what really happening. Like you're in a trance. But Pastor Google, we have to fight. We have to fight. We have to fight because they're doing slip-ups already. Slip-ups already. Dr. Rowley could have never be in his residence and having government meetings. The place would have turned upside down by now. Upside down. But Pastor Google, we have to fight. We have to fight. We have to fight. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Okay, so the caller is saying that we have to fight. We have to continue the fight. If you don't fight, you know, if you don't fight, things will fall down. What are your thoughts? What are your thoughts? Should we continue to fight? Should we just... You see, this fight is not just for Miss Penelope because there are some people believing that, you know, this fight is really a fight that the opposition leader alone should be fighting. I don't believe that either. But what are your thoughts? The number to call 464 7003. 464 7003. Hello, good afternoon.
Yes, Pastor Google.
Good afternoon, sir.
Yeah, no. When you're young, you run, and when you get old, you go run, but
Oh gosh.
when you're young, you have to run fast. When you get old, you have to step back and move. Let me tell you something. It just had to pick up, And if all you drop now, I know I'm looking for you 8 o'clock tonight,
Yeah. We on 8 o'clock tonight for sure.
You're sure for 8 o'clock tonight?
For sure, 8 o'clock tonight.
Right, so I just happen to be going through and I catch up with you. So the point about it is now start. It's chipping the block. Because they say Fali and them wasn't together. They keep the secret meeting and that was it. If you notice the meeting, the news briefing, it started a song like On the Pavement and Monday Night Forum.
Right.
Guys always start a song.
Yep, they start the campaign. They're still campaigning.
Yeah. They're still campaigning.
They're still campaigning. That's it. I'm glad that you're observing that. I'm really glad.
Your name Marsha Walker. Every time the Prime Minister put his mouth.
Yes, Marsha bringing it to. Yes, she bringing it to the awareness.
And if all them things that people not seeing, no, right now all the prices drop in the grocery, because you ain't nobody saying food price high. It ain't no killing again.
It's not killing right by me there.
Everybody see everything going good. But all the groceries that one penny wasn't power, the price went up. And when UNC come in power, all the price went down. Don't run past, stand up, take it, and we go move forward later.
Thank you very much. Thank you very, very much. You hear the caller said? You hear the caller say? Yeah, what the caller say? You know, I want to hear from you guys.
God, this place nice as we move on to higher heights, standing firm.
Let me say thank you to those of you who calling in.
As my fool's paradise.
We're taking your calls. 464. You can type it in. Somebody can type it in the chat. 464 7003.
Governments go.
Somebody from New Jersey is locked on and listening.
One thing doesn't change, is our people remain the same. We stand up in glee and say we love this democracy. But after so many years, religion and race predicts your party. So let's not vote on who really cares. I say vote on who has your type of year. Cock up your foot and drink something and watch the war between Rasta and Muslim. They say them Chinese eating anything that pass, but still my red house full of so much jack grass.
So I'm taking your calls, 464 7003. 464 7003. Do you think, somebody said that, they saw the despondency on the member of parliament, Mr. Dominic Romain, and they know that it is not easy. It's not easy. It's not easy. It's not easy at all. No, it's not. It's not. When you see that video that I showed you all a while ago, when you saw that video I showed you guys a while ago, you think it easy to come here and sit down and just be, just sit down here? You really think so? It's not easy. When you watch that video, like some of you now coming on, I want to show you all the video again. When you watch a video like this, right? Are you seriously? We seriously must just, let's pretend as though this video don't exist, boy. Take a listen to this video.
But I can't blame them without blaming you. So spare the rod and give him shooting toys.
Take a listen to this video. Watch this video, right?
When we went, she went, everybody went. Appreciating our workers by saving us, because we were, a lot of us would have done shopping block if things turned out differently on April 28th. And I must say I thank you and your government and the Honorable Prime Minister for having that compassion as well, and understanding that in going forward you need the people, right? And so essentially thank you very much. Yes.
You may not understand me or see that I truly love my country, full of so much culture, resources, and a people that loves to party. See, most of us think about self.
So you're telling me that I need to continue doing what I'm doing, but what are your thoughts about what you just saw there? Eh? What are your thoughts about that? Take a look. Let me take. Hello, good evening. Good afternoon, sorry. Hello, good afternoon. Hello, good afternoon. Hello. Hello, good afternoon. Hello, good afternoon.
She'll never come back to health. So spend your money, my friend, and have fun. But don't forget your land is in recession. We keep talking about fixing crime, but without drastic measures, we wasting we time. Time to stop being so ignorant. Move your problems from the back to the front.
Well, let's just hear what that lady do, right? Well, I'm playing it again. I want you all to watch this. Ole telling me I need to come on the live and talk to Ole and inform you guys and, encourage you guys and stuff like that. But I want to let her watch this video. Let's take this caller. Hello, good evening. Good afternoon. Hello, good afternoon.
Yeah, hello.
Hi, good afternoon.
Good?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. What about the SRC report, Pastor Google, that they're talking about? Because the SRC say they're saying the IDB is saying that they have to get back their money.
The IDB is saying that they have to get back their money?
Yeah.
Why?
Because if they're not restructuring, Pastor, they have to pay back the money.
What you saying?
Yeah.
What you saying? Where you get that from? You have that information?
Yeah, Pastor Google.
Send it for me now.
You'll hear it sooner. Yes, you'll hear it sooner. You'll hear it later down. The IDB is saying that they have to get back their money if you're not restructuring. So always up in arms and saying that. Yeah.
What you saying, caller? Caller, what you saying that that's a serious that is a serious thing? Where we getting back? Where are we getting back? Where are we getting back that money to give to them?
Yes. Right, so you have a nice day, Pastor.
Sir, send me that information, please. I'll tap.
Okay, I will. Yeah, I will.
Send it to this number.
Yeah.
All right, man. Thank you. Will you hear what that caller just say? Nah, man. Well, they're not serious.
Good evening, Queensborough.
Oh, boy. Will you hear what that caller just say? Sorry to laugh, eh? Sorry to laugh. But take a listen to this again.
And when she went, everybody went. Appreciating our workers by saving us because we were a lot of us would have done shopping block if things turned out differently on April 28th. And I must say I thank you and your government and the Honorable Prime Minister for having that compassion as well and understanding that in going forward you need the people, right? And so essentially thank you very much. Yes.
I wonder if you all realized that this woman was bowing. Let me take off that music. Nah. You all realize that woman bowed? She put her foot, cast her foot and bow to Barry Padarat on 2 occasions? Anybody realize that that woman bowed on 2 occasions? Call me now. Call. Nah. That woman bowed on 2 occasions. Did you all see it? Yes or no? You want me to show it again? The woman who was speaking to the end of the video, she bowed to Barry Padarat twice. Massa, thanks.
So let's not vote on who really cares. I say vote on who has your type of year. Cock up your foot and drink something. Between Rasta and Muslim. They say them Chinese eating anything that pass, but still my red.
Only want to see it again. I'm gonna show you again. Watch carefully, and I'll bring it to your attention. I'm going back to just where she bowed. Just now, eh? Just now. Wait, I'm bringing it for you. Right. So watch this. Watch this, eh? Watch, Olia. Watch the live. Watch. Take a look at this. Did this woman bow to Barry Padarat? Or I assuming, or I'm making up something? Take a look.
Workers by saving us because we were a lot of us would have done shopping block if things turned out differently on April 28th. And I must say I thank you and your government and the Honorable Prime Minister for having that compassion as well and understanding that in going forward you need the people, right? And so essentially thank you very much. Yes.
So when she said thank you very much,
and one day we'll say he was a good boy. Give an iPhone tablet and
okay. So somebody is saying to me here, so what happened if she did? That cannot make us win the... Okay. All right. He's the queen. Okay. I see in things. Okay. All right. So I see in things. Okay. All right. I see in things.
Thank you very much. Yes.
Wow, I see in things, but... Hello, good afternoon.
Hello.
Hi, good afternoon.
Good afternoon to you, sir.
How are you?
Hey, I'm great. It's amazing for us to be able to be alive and well to see and hear for real and be true witnesses. But I want to say this one thing concerning this topic here, that video. Hypocrisy is something that is a sin. See, hypocrisy is a sin. But let them show up themselves because they need to be seen and known for who they really are. And that's my contribution. Have a great day. And you're not going on rest, you're not going nowhere, you're not stopping. As a matter of fact, the journey now starts. So I encourage you, much grace faster.
Thank you very much, Apostle. I received that.
You're welcome.
Oh, gosh. Hey, hypocrisy is the worst thing, boy. Hypocrisy is the worst thing, you know? All right. All right, singing for her supper. More like, okay. All right, I'm taking that. Somebody's saying some people only care about what I can get.
As we drift away from another general election, creating more stale news for we history books to mention. After so many lies, bacchanal and commerce in this paradigm, I realize it's this kind of thing that my people like. So let's forget we Boko Reefs, cause my people like to talk about tea. While Port of Spain is a flooding show, I say glorify Jack in a extempo, declaring drugs like EFTA. But the real issue is what Moody Lal say, oh God, I'm proud of my team.
So taking your calls, eh? I'm taking your calls on 464-7003. 464-7003. You can call me. Tell me what are your thoughts about the video that you just saw. Because I'm making up things nice. That's why I like if I had a video, a proper video for you to watch and I could pull it back in slow motion. So when she said thanks, you know? Thanks. All right. Maybe I'm making up things and seeing things and hoping to see something that's not there. That's cool. But the reality of it is that the caller who called and said to me that he's going to send me the information concerning the IDB, I would love to get that. Somebody's calling me. Hi, good afternoon. Hi, good afternoon. Hello, good afternoon. All right, you need to call me back, caller. I don't know what happened there. But everybody else was hearing me. I don't know why you didn't hear me. So you can call me back on 464-7003. Hello, good afternoon. Hello, good afternoon.
Hi, good afternoon, Pastor Guru.
Hi, good afternoon.
I'm just calling to say that we have to keep on fighting, because if we don't, it will be a very sad day. So we have to keep on fighting. I'm with you all 100%.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Caller said that we had to keep on fighting all year. We had to keep on fighting. All right? We have to keep on fighting. That's what the caller is saying. Do you believe that we need to keep on fighting, or you think that we need to relax ourselves a little bit? Just relax, you know, take it down. Take it down. Some people say, no, don't take it down. Some people say you need to fight. What are your thoughts? What are your thoughts? 464-7003. 464-7003. 464-7003. Give me a call. Tell me what are your thoughts. I want to hear your thoughts today. I really want to hear your thoughts today, you know. Yeah, I want to hear your thoughts today. Taking some Hill and Francis as I wait for your calls.
as we drift away from another generation.
Hi, good afternoon. Hello, good afternoon. Hello, good afternoon. Hello, good afternoon. Call, you have to listen to me on your phone and not on the live. There's a delay.
Hello, good afternoon.
Hi, good afternoon, sir.
Hello, good afternoon. Hello, Pastor Google.
Yes, sir. Go ahead. You have to listen to me on your phone and not on the live.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, Pastor Google. Pastor Google, lead these people, let them enjoy themselves now, man. These people, let them having fun now, but they ain't seeing the cloud what coming behind. So let them enjoy themselves. Let them bow down and do all what they want. All right, Pastor, you continue doing the good work, brother. Have a nice day.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much. The caller saying, hey, the caller saying, hey, leave these people. Leave these people alone, Pastor Google. Leave these people alone. Why are you hotting up your head? Why? Why are you hotting up your head about these people? These people don't care about it. They don't care about themselves. You hotting up your head for?
After so many lives, bacchanal and commerce in this paradise.
But I want to play this for you guys. Oh, listen to this now.
The greatest little island on the planet. Then why did a so-called brand new ambulance fail on a simple incline and hoop? Because underneath the fresh paint, it was just an old, battered 1980s scrap metal vehicle.
Wait. Let me stop this. Listen to me. I want you all.
Tobago. The greatest little.
Stop. I want you all to share this live.
Good morning, Tobago.
Share this live. I'm going to play this video, especially from people from Tobago. Well, listen to this now. Listen to this video, right? Listen to this video. Listen to this video. Take a listen to this video. And remember, this evening, I'm still on at 8 o'clock with Mr. Gary Griffith. This evening, I'm on at 8 with Mr. Gary Griffith to talk about Homeland Security and stand your ground laws. So take a listen to this, Olia. Take a listen to this.
The greatest little island on the planet. Then why did a so-called brand new ambulance fail on a simple incline and hoop? Because underneath the fresh paint, it was just an old, battered 1980s scrap metal vehicle disguised as new. What do you mean that the ambulances purchased by then Secretary Claudia Groom-Duke back in 2015 that we're seeing on the right here, taking off and rescuing the stranded and suffering Tobagonians, is the one that is rescuing this new vehicle that is worth $1,448,100. This is insane. An old ambulance rescuing the new ambulance that can't even make it up the hill. There you go. Driving easily up Hoop Hill. Whereas the brand new $1,448,100 per unit vehicle purchased by the THA, of which I understand is more than 4, fails. Good morning, Tobago. No, we come where lies are the truth, and no one here is responsible for youth. I'd like to blame the government, but I can't blame them without blaming you. So spare the rod and give them shooting.
Well, you call me now. Call me because I say the wrong thing. Call me now. Somebody from Tobago. Is that true? Well, I can't ask if it's true because I've seen it to my face. I've seen it to my face. So somebody from Tobago call now.
Living in love, 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 but we just love without peace. Love,
Greatest little island on the
like something to eat. Oh, oh, oh. We call it paradise. So God, this place nice as we move on to higher heights, standing firm in global spotlight as my fool's paradise. You may not understand me or see that I truly love my country, full of so much culture.
You know, it's the next joke, and then Robert's talking about bullying.
See, most of us think about self.
We'll leave you alone there. And then Robert's talking about bullying earlier.
She'll never come back to health. So spend your money, my friend, and have fun. But don't forget your land is in recession. We keep talking about fixing crime, but without drastic measures, we wasting we time. Time to stop being so ignorant.
And then Robert's talking about bullying. Well, yeah. Well, are we serious? We serious, boy? You real serious? You real serious? Is it that we serious or we joking? Anil Roberts counseling our children about bullying. Really? Really? Take a listen to this.
Of charges related to a 2002 shooting incident involving police officers, one of whom is current Minister of Homeland Security Roger Alexander.
In a judge-alone trial, Justice Hayden Sinclair Douglas rejected the evidence of former police constable Alexander and his former colleagues, saying he was unconvinced of Foster's guilt.
The charges stemmed from an alleged shootout in Morva. Officers said they tried to intercept a stolen vehicle when Foster shot at them. They returned fire with Alexander shooting Foster.
Well, Foster denied any wrongdoing, claiming he was framed for refusing to implicate a gang leader. His attorney, Peter Carter, highlighted flaws in the case, including missing station diary notes, possible collusion, and improper packaging of ballistic evidence.
Ken Foster, a resident of Charford Court in Port of Spain, was acquitted of several serious charges stemming from an incident on April 3, 2002. In which he was accused of shooting at police officers, including Roger Alexander, who is now the Minister of Homeland Security but was then a police constable. Foster faced charges of shooting with intent to cause grievous bodily harm to Alexander and 3 other officers, as well as illegal possession of a firearm and ammunition. According to the prosecution, Alexander and his colleagues were on patrol in Morvant responding to a stolen vehicle report. They claimed they pursued a vehicle matching the description and that Foster, seated in the front passenger seat, fired at them during the chase and again when the car stopped. Alexander reportedly returned fire, injuring Foster. Foster did not testify at his trial, but his defense, led by attorney Peter Carter, argued that Foster was framed after refusing to identify reputed gang leader Cohen Fresh Phillip as a passenger in the car. The defense also raised several procedural and evidentiary issues, including lack of station diary notes documenting the incident, possible collusion or inconsistencies in the officers' written statements, problems with the chain of custody for the firearm, ammunition, and spent shells allegedly recovered at the scene, unexplained changes in the markings on the evidence, why Roger Alexander, the prosecution, lost, key legal arguments and judicial reasoning. Standard of proof not met. Justice Hayden Sinclair Douglas ruled that the prosecution failed to prove its case beyond a reasonable doubt. He explicitly stated, looking at the evidence as a whole, I am not sure the accused shot at anyone. I am not sure he was in possession of a firearm or ammunition. Unreliable police testimony. The judge rejected the evidence provided by Alexander and his fellow officers, finding it insufficient and unpersuasive. The defense's cross-examination highlighted inconsistencies and possible collusion in their statements. Evidence handling issues. The judge was particularly troubled by discrepancies in the chain of custody and unexplained changes to the markings on the physical evidence, firearm, ammunition, spent shells. These issues undermined the integrity and reliability of the prosecution's case. Lack of corroborating documentation. The absence of station diary notes documenting the officer's actions and observations on the night in question further weakened the prosecution's position. These discrepancies leave the court in doubt, Justice St. Clair Douglas said. Defense's strategy. Foster's defense did not require him to testify, relying instead on cross-examination to expose weaknesses in the prosecution's case. The defense suggested a possible motive for the officers to frame Foster, namely his refusal to implicate a reputed gang leader. Broader implications. This outcome reflects the high standard required for criminal convictions, proof beyond a reasonable doubt, and the importance of proper evidence handling and credible testimony. The judge's decision demonstrates that even high-profile complainants, such as a government minister and former senior police officer, are subject to this rigorous standard. Roger Alexander, in response to the verdict, accepted the court's decision and emphasized respect for judicial independence, though he maintained his account of the events. In conclusion, the prosecution's inability to present a consistent, credible, and properly documented case led to Ken Foster's acquittal. The judge's ruling underscores the necessity for law enforcement to maintain rigorous standards in evidence collection and documentation to secure convictions in serious criminal matters. The recent acquittal of Ken Foster on multiple serious charges reveals a deeply troubling reality about the conduct of then police officer Roger Alexander, now the Minister of Homeland Security. The court's findings shatter the illusion of integrity that the public is often urged to accept without question. How can we trust a man whose testimony in a life-altering criminal case was dismissed by a judge as unreliable and insufficient? This was not a minor lapse. The evidence presented under Alexander's leadership was riddled with inconsistencies, mishandled physical items, and crucial gaps in official documentation. When a man's freedom hangs in the balance, we expect more than shaky stories and missing records. We expect truth. The gravity of the judicial findings cannot be overstated. Justice Hayden St. Clair Douglas, after hearing all the evidence, could not say with certainty that Foster even fired a gun. That doubt wasn't born from legal loopholes. It stemmed from blatant contradictions in the officers' accounts, a mysterious absence of station diary notes, and mishandled evidence that changed markings without explanation. These are not small errors. These are the kinds of failures that destroy lives and erode public faith. If Alexander, as a constable, oversaw or participated in such a flawed operation, how can we believe he now upholds justice as a government minister? Even more damning is the defense's claim that Foster was targeted because he refused to identify a gang leader. This isn't just a courtroom tactic, it's a chilling accusation that points to corruption and abuse of power within the police force.
Yes, to be popular is mere accident.
Whether or not
Riches could pick up himself and leave. We could locate a friend, cause we know where she went. But a bad character had to retreat. Character is built on foundation, on how we deal with people we meet. It takes measures of love and compassion. From these qualities there is no retreat. So if we still in the port or about to sail, know that in this life character will prevail. All the fortune we may possess, all the fame and all the success, when we finally lay to rest, what remains is character. How we scheme and how we connive, things we fight for when we are alive. Man, the only thing to survive what remains is character. It's the only thing that is real.
Yeah. So I don't know what to you know. But these people are holding high esteem. Questionable character, boy. The other thing I wanted to play for you is I really want to play for later Annie Roberts clip, you know. I really want to play for later Annie Roberts clip, boy. Anil talking about bullying? Ah, Lord. Wow. I am, and you know, this live going long, and this live wasn't supposed to be so long. I really came on here to tell you all to join me this evening at 8 o'clock. At 8 o'clock this evening, I'll be on with Mr. Gary Griffith. Gary Griffith is going to be on with me to talk about the Homeland Security and also to talk about stand your ground laws. Hello, good evening. Good afternoon.
Pastor Google.
Hi, good afternoon.
Isn't it calling from Florida where we spoke last Thursday?
Oh, you're calling me from Florida?
Yeah.
Hi, thank you very much for calling.
Okay, I need you to look on your messages. I sent you the Western Union number so you can go to Western Union.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I sent you a message on your WhatsApp.
All right, I'll check it out when I come off.
Okay.
All right. Thank you very,
Have a
very
wonderful
much.
day.
Same to you. I appreciate it.
Oh, and as for the lady at Wassa, let me tell you something. She didn't only bow. She kneeled with her whole head up his K-Pax.
Oh,
Okay?
Lord. Okay.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Oh, Lord. Oh, my goodness. Okay, so the view of the caller is not my views.
Listen me.
All right, the view of the caller is not my view. Hey, Florida is locked on, man.
Good evening, Skinner Park. Day. Yes, to be popular is my accident. Riches could pick up himself and leave. We could locate a friend, cause we know where she went. But a bad character had to retreat. Character is built on foundation, on how we deal with people we meet. It takes measures of love and compassion. From these qualities there is no retreat. So if we still in the port or about to sail, know that in this life character will prevail. All the fortune we may possess, all the fame and all the success, when we finally lay to rest, what remains is character. How we scheme and how we connive, things we fight for when we are alive.
Ole, listen to this now. Ole, listen to this. Listen to Anil Roberts.
Work hard, be punctual, be respectful, take care of one another. Do not bully someone to make yourself feel better. If you have to bully someone or bring down someone to uplift yourself, then you need help. You are the one who needs to talk to someone because that is a manifestation of low self-esteem. Work hard, be punctual, be respectful, take care of one another. Do not bully someone to make yourself feel better. If you have to bully someone or bring down someone to uplift yourself, then you need help. You are the one who needs to talk to someone because that is a manifestation of low self-esteem. Work hard, be punctual, be respectful, take care of one another. Do not bully someone to make yourself feel better. If you have to bully someone or bring down someone to uplift yourself, then you need help. You are the one who needs to talk to someone because that is a manifestation of low self-esteem.
That is Anil Roberts. Oh my goodness. You know what?
That's what remains his character. Leave a fancy house on the hill. Make sure we clear every bill.
I ain't playing no more videos. I'm taking calls.
It's his character. Is the only thing that is real.
I'm taking a little calls. 464 7003. 464 7003.
If we feeling happy or sad, our precious character is one thing we must safeguard. La-di-dee-da-dee-do. Do-do-be-dee. Do-be-dee. Do-be-dee. Humans sometimes use this outer shell to greet you daily with a big smile.
I'm playing one more clip. I'm playing one more clip. Well, listen to this now. Well, leave here alone. I get it.
A solidarity march in support of Ibrahim Traoré. Now, this morning, to do that, we are joined by Rihanna Galera, part of the planning committee for the event, and Brother Bamwoyana, a representative for all mansions of Rastafari, to tell us more. Good morning and welcome.
Good morning, ma'am.
What if I told you that right now, the fight for African freedom is shaking the streets of the Caribbean? While most of the world's media looks away, a new wave of protest is sweeping across continents, from the heart of West Africa all the way to the Caribbean islands. This isn't just another demonstration. This is a global uprising for Burkina Faso's leader, Captain Ibrahim Traoré, and for the soul of Africa itself.
So, people are protesting, or in Port of Spain, there are protests for Ibrahim Traoré. You serious? Well, let's see what is going on in this country. People not even lifting their voice about what's going on in this country presently. People want to protest for Ibrahim Traoré. I taking calls.
Good evening, Skinner Park.
You could call me, 464 7003. 464 7003.
Riches could pick up himself and leave. We could locate a friend, cause we know where she went. But a bad character can't retreat. Character is built on foundation, on how we deal with people we meet. It takes measures of love and compassion. From these qualities there is no retreat. So if we sail in the port or about to sail, know that in this life character will prevail.
The number again to call if you want to talk to me, 464 7003. 464 7003. 464 7003.
The only thing to survive what remains is character. Is the only thing that is real.
Well, let's take a listen. Take a listen. I realize only I want to call. 464 7003. 464 7003. Take a listen to this.
Well, we should not be dealing with Jindal because Jindal on some charge for some piece of land that the company got that somebody said was corruptly done. That was it. But let me ask you a question. Who is saying that? Well, we should not be dealing with Jindal because Jindal on some charge for some piece of land that the company got that somebody said was corruptly done. That was it.
So the UNC took a position, remember, when Jindal was interested in the refinery, the businessman from India, and they took a position with Dr. Rowley, telling Dr. Rowley, hey, you should not be doing any business with Jindal because Jindal companies was involved in some corruption with some piece of land. Is it one position? Do you take a position for one person and then for another you take another position? So you take a position on Jindal, but then you're not taking a position on the one who you have who as the Speaker of the House. So listen carefully to what Dr. Oli had said to us back then. Listen, eh?
But let me ask you a question. Who is saying that? The opposition leader who, when the chairman of Mayaro Corporation was charged for bribery, she left him dead to what his whole term. Remember that? When the one on the tender committee in Sandy Grande was arrested for whatever fraudulent conduct, she left him there. Today, she has appointed a chief whip in the parliament who is on $1 million bail. That's okay. And she tells you that Anand Ramlogan is the best lawyer in this country because he was charged and is charged for criminal conduct. But Jindal is to be chased away. But let me ask you all a question. Since we're not supposed to do any business with the Jindal group of companies, because we were never going to be doing any business with Jindal per se, these are corporate entities, and there's a corporate veil. And of course, if we follow her advice, as I said before, Boeing was charged for criminal conduct a few weeks ago and pled guilty. Didn't even allow them to be tried. They pled guilty. We have a number of planes in CAL that are Boeing planes. And we have on order more planes from Boeing. So therefore, according to Kamla Prasad Bisesa, we're supposed to cancel and stop that. But more importantly, as a result of the matter with the unfortunate incident with the divers, the DPP has now instructed the police to use the evidence of the Commission of Inquiry to see whether any person or any company, including Paria, could be charged for criminal conduct, including manslaughter. Is Mrs. Prasad Bisesa saying that we must now close down Paria because nobody should be doing business with Paria because the DPP say that there's possible criminal conduct there to be looked at? And if in fact a charge is laid against Paria as a company or an individual in Paria is charged, we have to stop doing business with Paria. So we'll go and put gas in the car quicker. Because Paria will not be able to import any fuel because they would have been charged. Ladies and
So you understand where Dr. Oli going with this? But that principle stand is only for Dr. Oli. That principle stand is not for the UNC and across the board. It's only because when you listen to the history of the Attorney General, the history of, what do you call him? The man who was the Speaker of the House. When you listen to his history, are we serious? As a nation? So you take advice, you're not even taking your own advice. Let me be real. Because when you think about the man who you appointed as the Speaker of the House, is left to be desired. It's very, very frightening.
Trinidad and Tobago, 2025. A new Speaker for Trinidad and Tobago's House of Representatives has been appointed, Jagdeo Singh. But who is Jagdeo Singh? Remember 1999? A 33-year-old Jagdeo Singh, then an attorney, faced grave corruption charges. He was accused of soliciting and receiving $40,000 to bribe a magistrate and a prosecutor, aiming to secure bail for his client. Caught in a police sting operation, he was arrested and granted bail, a solemn promise to the court. But instead of honoring that promise, Singh vanished.
I hope all you're listening, I hope all you're listening, because they tell Dr. Oli don't do no business with Jindal. Jindal is corrupt. Jindal company swindle some land issue, whatever, ever. Don't do no business with Jindal. Jindal is corrupt. Jindal is corrupt. Don't do no business with Jindal. Leave Jindal out of our country. We don't know part of Jindal. But listen to the man who is the Speaker of the House. Listen to the history of the man who is the Speaker of the House.
Trinidad and Tobago, 2025. A new Speaker for Trinidad and Tobago's House of Representatives has been appointed, Jagdeo Singh. But who is Jagdeo Singh? Remember 1999? A 33-year-old Jagdeo Singh, then an attorney, faced grave corruption charges. He was accused of soliciting and receiving $40,000 to bribe a magistrate and a prosecutor, aiming to secure bail for his client. Caught in a police sting operation, he was arrested and granted bail, a solemn promise to the court. But instead of honoring that promise, Singh vanished. A warrant was issued for his arrest. He was considered on the run in New York, leaving a substantial $150,000 bail bond in jeopardy. This was not a legal strategy. It was a clear failure to uphold his obligations to the very justice system he operated within. Now, some will argue the Privy Council later quashed his corruption convictions in 2005. But let us be absolutely clear. The Privy Council did not erase the fact that Jagdeo Singh failed to appear in court. They did not erase the warrant issued for his arrest. They did not erase the perception that he chose to flee justice. The facts of his behavior remain. How can a man who once disregarded Trinidad and Tobago's courts now preside over its parliament, often called the highest court in the land? The very individual tasked with upholding parliamentary order, integrity and respect for legal process carries this indelible mark. This appointment, made by Kamla Persad Bissessar, shows a profound lapse in judgment. Both the Parliament and the nation deserve a Speaker whose past unequivocally demonstrates unwavering respect for the rule of law, not a history of evasion. This is a matter of profound public confidence. Will Trinidad and Tobago accept this standard for their highest office?
There is a question that was asked. With Trinidad and Tobago, with you, Trinidad and Tobago, you, not the PNM, you know. You. I wonder if you're hearing me. Not the PNM, you know, but you, the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago. Are you comfortable? Are you happy? Are you comfortable and happy with what you have just heard? You. Again, as I said, not the speaker, not the PNM, not the opposition leader. But the question is asked to you, the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago. Do you accept? Are you comfortable? Are you comfortable with what you just heard? That's the question. Because Dr. Rowley, I played for you where Dr. Rowley would have said to you, hey, the reality of it is that the UNC took a position. We don't want Jindal. Jindal actually said to the Prime Minister, he said, I'm not interested anymore. My companies are not interested anymore to do work with Trinidad and Tobago based on the stance of the opposition in your country. The way your opposition would have treated me or spoken about me, I don't have nothing to do with your company or your country. Because your opposition has put me or placed me in the public domain or on the world stage as a corrupt individual. That is what Jindal said to you, Trinidad and Tobago, to the Prime Minister back then, Dr. Rowley, that he pull away himself. Jindal, pull away himself, take away himself away from Trinidad and Tobago because of the perception of what the UNC would have put out about him being corrupt. Jindal said, here what? Your opposition is saying that I am corrupt, my companies are corrupt. It has given a wrong perception about me in the outer world. So you know what? I don't want to have anything to do with Trinidad and Tobago anymore. I and my companies will stay away. Because of the perception that the opposition has given to Trinidad and Tobago and by extension the world about him. What's the perception and what's the perception and the mindset now about the Speaker of the House? When you went to when everybody win? That's the perception. The Speaker of the House. Who does he get away on a technicality? But we get away for. What does he get away from? But you know what? As I ask you all, and I'll ask you all again, do you think that I should just hush? Do you think that I should just hush? Give them a chance. Leave them alone. Do you think so? I'm taking your calls. 4 6 4 7003. I'll take about 2 or 3 more calls before I look to wrap up, because as I promised you guys, I'll be on later on this evening with Gary Griffith. I'll be on with Gary Griffith at 8 o'clock. We're talking about Homeland Security and standing ground laws. Mr. Gary Griffith, former Minister of National Security under the UNC, former Commissioner of Police under the PNM, and former political leader, former political leader of the NTA. So I take in your calls. I take 3 more calls because I want to, go and deal with some stuff and come back here in time to do the live with you guys. So give me a call. I'll take your calls now. I think I have about 2 or 3 more minutes to have with you again. Let me see what's going on with this phone. Hey, so you all have to call me now. All right? You need to call now, like now, if you want to get on. All right? Juliet Davy is calling in. I don't know if Juliet.
Yes, man.
Juliet.
Google.
Yeah. Yes, Juliet. Yes, Juliet. Miss Davy.
You're alive?
Yes. All right. I'll call you back. Oh, Lord. She didn't know I was on her live. Hello. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Pastor Google.
Hello. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Let me be short. Let me be brief. Our team, the opposition, has to be a nonsense opposition. You shouldn't be shouting out that for them. They have to come and do their work. They have to be no nonsensical, no nonsense at all. They got to be strong for the truth, just like you are doing right now. So let us wish and hope that they stand their ground permanently and successfully where the truth is concerned. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I'll take one more call before I look to hand over to whoever else have to do their live later on this evening. But remember, I will be coming on from 8 o'clock with Mr. Gary Griffith. I will be on with Mr. Gary Griffith this evening from 8. Mr. Griffith will be dealing with Homeland Security and stand your ground laws. Stand your ground laws and Homeland Security. So I take in about one more call. One more call quickly. 464-7003. 464-7003. 464-7003. Taking your calls. 464-7003. 464-7003. You can call me now. Yep, and share your views. Let me know what's your thoughts now. Let me know what's your thoughts, the level of hypocrisy and deceitfulness in this place. Give your calls, 464-7003. Hey, let me say good afternoon to those of you joining me on YouTube. YouTubers, thank you very much. About how much of you? 291. All right, thank you very, very much. Remember, you can join me on later on this evening with Mr. Gary Griffith. Later on this evening, I will be on with Mr. Gary Griffith from 8 o'clock. So you can come on and be a part of that discussion, Homeland Security and the new ministry, Homeland Security, and we're going to be discussing, what do you call it? Standing ground laws. All right. So again, let me say thanks to all of you joining me on YouTube. I know YouTube numbers does be more than that. Last Monday, we had 600 and something persons on YouTube. So All right, so seeing that you guys all want to call in and say anything else, let me say thank you all very much for being with me today. It was a jump on, but I didn't plan to stay so long. I've been real told you. I didn't plan to stay so long on this live, you know. But there are certain things that upset me. One of the things that upset me today when I listened to the radio and hear announcers abusing PNM people and saying, oh, you're hurting, hush your mouth, relax to yourself. That's one. Two, I listened to a pundit on the TV6 News yesterday. Wow. I'm going to try to get that clip, you know. 1 and 2 and 3. I just went back and got that clip from Dr. Rowley with Jindal. We took a stand for Jindal, but we're not taking a stand for the Speaker of the House. Only leave me alone. Have a good afternoon, everyone. Talk to you guys later on this evening, 8 o'clock, right here, Constructive Talk, Facebook page, and on YouTube. Bye-bye. Have a good one.